Good morning, Bach, or evening at least. Just in terms of the output of the last 2 days, would you say that's the toughest 2 days that you've had in the on the field in terms of the side's output of the last 2 days?
Yeah, it's been tough 2 days. Extremely disappointing, especially after the series we had against India. I think there was a high expectation from everyone. And we just haven't come out and given the energy that is sort of expected of us. As coaches, we'll keep going back and looking at ourselves and see how we can best prepare the players, for tours and that. So yeah, it's a funny one. I haven't really put my finger on it at the moment. I can see that the energies are way below par, and the results have shown as well. We've lost the toss. We got behind the 8 ball after the first session, and we just haven't been able to get back in the game. In all three departments, our batting, our bowling, and our fielding has been very disappointing.
Ines?
Hi, Mark. Do you think issues away from the playing field, like the news that players will testify at your disciplinary hearing, and there's just the disciplinary stuff in general, as well as the quarantine, do you think those things maybe played a role in the energy levels that's lacking that you mentioned?
Tinus, I can't answer that for the players. My stance on this. What's happening in my personal stuff stays personal, and there's a process that's going on at the moment, and we'll leave it at that.
Nathan?
Coach, tough start for you guys. I just want to ask, in terms of the personnel, Ryan unfortunately missed out in the test. I just want to ask, is he primarily in the side as a keeper replacement?
No, he's not. He is a keeper replacement as well. But I think Ryan's been scoring quite a few runs at domestic cricket to warrant him being here as a batter replacement as well. So if that answers your question.
Hi, Bouch. Yeah, so just on that, in that case, was Ryan being considered for selection for this test, and why did you decide to go with the batting lineup that you did?
Well, the batting lineup that we went with, we felt that the opening berth was something that we needed to look at. Sorrel Abbey has been, in the lineup for quite some time. He's been on quite a few different tours. So he's been in the waiting, and we felt that is the position that to get another guy in. And then there was the seventh batter, or sixth batter option, and we decided to go with Zubs. That's just how we felt the lineup needed to be.
Stuart, and then Telford.
Hi, Mark. I guess one of the issues over a longer period of time has been the opening combination, and you've got Sarel there now, but there's been, I think, single-figure scores 7 or 8 out of the last 11 innings. What have you been able to put that down to? Dean has been there all the time, but why those struggles at the top of the order with the opening combination?
I think a lack of confidence, and sometimes you go through bad periods in your game. I think also the wickets that have been played on have been tough, especially for opening batters with the new ball. So I think there's quite a few different things that can add to that. Certain guys' personal form's not where they want to be, and that's definitely added to not only the opening sort of partnership, but certainly our top order.
Telford, and then we'll close with Leighton.
How's it, Bouch?
Okay.
Right. You guys earned a lot of credit in the India series and played really well. I know the conditions were on your side and all those, probably not as emphatic as these. But do you think what's happened over the past 2 days has kind of just wiped out the good that was achieved in that Indian series?
No, I don't think so. I think, a lot of people judged us after 1 or 2 days of the start of the Indian series. And, we pulled it back nicely. We haven't started well yet at all. And as I said, this is something that it's not the first time it's happened. It's something that's been happening for quite some time now. So we as coaches, we're trying to find out the reasons for that. We do a lot of talking before a series, a lot of planning. The plans, I think, are right. We just haven't been able to implement those plans, and the energies have been low. So we can't exactly put our finger on it at the moment, but it's certainly something that we'll go back to our drawing boards as well, and certainly me as well, and try to find a way to become better at the start of the series. The 3-match series against India was a long series where we played a good brand of cricket. So a lot of grit was shown in that whole series as well. So to wipe that whole series out with 2 really poor days in conditions that these guys haven't played in before, I think wouldn't be that fair. But I can honestly see why the people are probably saying things like that, because no excuses. We just haven't been good enough in all 3 departments in these last 2 days.
Finally, Dazn.
Hello, Mark. Excuse me. Just on the conditions that side, do you think it's time we look at how we prepare pitches in South Africa, especially for the national team, in terms of adapting quicker to what is given to you at international fields, and rather prepare the same tracks that we've been having for years in South Africa? I know we dominate on them, and you wouldn't probably want to change it, but is it time to have a look at that?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that you'd like to have different sorts of wickets that you play on in your home country. I think our wickets are very tough to bat on, to be honest with you. There's a lot of lateral movement, but also horizontal movement as well. I think the wickets here are pretty good, to be honest with you. They maybe look quite green, but they play fairly true. The bounce is good. We always knew that with a bit of rain around, that first morning was going to be tough to bat on. I think New Zealand team bowled really well as well. They used the conditions extremely well, but we were a little bit soft in a few of our dismissals. So I think when we start looking at the wickets back home and all that type of stuff, I think we've got to be careful. I think our wickets are pretty tough to bat on, and if I was a batter, I'd prefer to bat in New Zealand than South African conditions.
Thanks very much, everyone, for joining us. We'll chat to you tomorrow.
Thank you.